No,
Imagine
I
me
get
trying to
it.
imagine me trying to practice that with you lot racing. I'd be running into
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
front.
it'd be too much. Like you couldn't.
I have to. That's why I have to pattern my joints before I get on with you lot for a
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
It'd be a problem.
But
That's why I
it,
was like, go on, yeah, go on.
no, I was just gonna say like it must be like muscle memory for you though with the square now. It's just it's like it's natural. Like
Yeah,
after
it's
some
literally,
time, it's natural.
it's natural, literally.
That's the
Like I
thing.
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Like even when what game was it? A set of Cold Star. Bro, a set of Cold Star was a struggle. Oh my days. Try like you know because like I tried to see if I could change the controls here and there, but like it just wasn't working in it because
Oh my days.
even
Yeah.
with traction control on in that game, you still got to kind of negotiate the power when you're like accelerating and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
obviously I'll start playing no more in it. It is what it is. Like I'll try and learn using L2 in it, but I still never really got my head around it. That's how I was
Yeah.
like, nah. So I think
Okay, so Alex, basically what you're telling us, if you ever figure out LQ, you're faster than all of us.
I don't want to speak ahead in it because I don't know if that will be the case, but I believe I'll be fairly quick. Yeah.
Do you? I'd say
Fucking hell.
I say it depends. Like say if ABS off was quicker, right?
Yeah.
And you learnt how to like trail brake and you use L2, then obviously you'd gain time like that.
Yeah.
But if it as it is, yeah, I wouldn't say you'd be quick. I don't know. It's hard.
It's all about feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's all about feeling. Like, if I don't have that feeling that I have with Square, I mean, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time there's on the table of the game. Breaking is all about feeling at the end of the day. So if you don't have that, there's no way you can't feed off the time like that is every game, or you can't live up to the potential of the amount of time that can be gained if you don't have that feeling. Like, with breaking with Square, I found comfort in doing that. So if I can't find comfort in learning how to like troll break or finding like a breaking point with L2 and getting comfortable with like my mind like working in and around that function, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I'll probably be a bit slower, you know, like if I don't pattern it. So realistically, like I would say if to say like for example like if I was knee bracing in it, then
Right.
I'd have to learn L2.
Right.
But because I just play online with you lot for fun in it.
Yeah, it's not that deep. No, I hear that.
It's not that deep in it. Yeah. And like I'm not really like fussed about time trial and because like I remember I think I was in a time trial lap around Bahrain. And like, Gavin was telling me, I think Gavin was saying something like, it took me like, he said something like, it took me like 15 to 20 laps to get in, he said like a 125. And like, I did 2 laps and I got like a 126.2.
Right.
If I run the same controls as Gavin, I'll probably be a full second quicker than him. If I really want to.
No,
like,
of course.
I think, yeah, like what I've realized with this setup, it's like once you master it, there's only so much performance you can actually like achieve.
Is that there's a limit? Like there's a cutoff point?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like I can't go like right now. I can't go quick. Like you obviously you can always like get the better lap. You can always achieve better apexes and stuff. But
Yeah.
at where I'm at now, I can't go any quicker with the current setup I have now. It's not possible. But if to say like I do switch out, let's say I start taking bits and pieces of everyone else's controls and then adding it to mine, then I'll start to see like advances in lap time. But but that would take it would have to take like a full like game for me to do the
game cycle. Yeah. I was like, so do you use automatic gears then?
Yeah, it has to be. I have to.
Oh, that's another thing.
I can't. Like,
it wouldn't be possible.
I could probably use automatic, but I mean manual. But the problem is if I'm using manual and brake is square, what am I going to shift downwards?
That's what I'm saying. It's not you can't. Yeah, because my downshift is square.
It's square exactly.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So like I could use L2 as my downshift, but that would mean me training myself again to do something new. Do you get it? When I've already used to a setup. Like, I think manual gears should not, like, it's not much of a problem as in comparison to the brake and stuff, but I think it's just getting into that cycle of shifting down. I'd forget to shift down. Like, I'll be going into something like Monaco hairpin in gear 5. Forget to shift down. Shifting down is more, it's not problem because there's times on here where like, I've gotten out of a corner, or let's say like, I've gotten a switchback on someone, and I've short shifted out the corner, right, and then slowly.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. Shifting up is not a problem because I know the gear cycles and whatnot, but it's just
when to the down,
Because like with me, like I'd probably try to shift down. I'd probably go from like gear 8 to 1 in like a second. Like I'd probably be trying to I'd probably just spam the button. Like I'd just be spamming the button, and I'd probably spin. I'd probably knock up the rear or something, and then spin and something like that. So. You know, but it is what it is, man.
You see, the F1 game should have an option where you automatically upshift or downshift.
Like an override. Like an override.
Yes.
You can have like a hybrid, so like.
Yeah, I get that.
They used to have that in the early noughties.
Right, if you could have like one where it's like, if you choose, if you. Like it can be in between automatic and manual, where it's like semi, and it's like it downshifts for you, but you have to do all the upshifting. So yeah.
You see, like, I think there's more time for you if you could learn manual gears than it would be for like changing a brake button to LT. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I think that's what the time would be, not necessarily.
But you have to also. I mean. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it would be much more easier because again, it would be using the LT. I then have to now train myself. I'd have to like keep telling myself I have to use L2 because now on my setup, I don't use L2 at all. Like my hand doesn't even go near there.
Yeah, like, I get that. Yeah.
It just hovers over it, but like I don't like I've already like told myself that it's L2 useless. So I remember when I did use I used to use L1 as ERS when it first came out. I was like, why the hell, like where's this ERS being used? Because I don't know where I'm using it, but I've realised like the way like my hands are, or the way I set my hands up on the pad, like I naturally graze over L1, so it was like I'm pressing the button, but I don't realise I'm pressing the button. You get it?
Oh yeah, just by accident.
Yeah,
not intentionally.
So I was like, okay, I moved L1 to try. I moved ERS to triangle, and then look back, it'd probably be like I think like R3 or something. No, that's changed with me. I changed the view with R3, but then all the other stuff like like looking around and all that stuff, like it's not necessary. I don't really need it.
Yeah, you don't need that shit. That's just.
Yeah, like looking left and right. I don't really need to look left and right if I've got a proximity arrows that tell me someone's by my side, so I know what they call. Like instinctively, like how you can space in it. That's why, like, when I don't know if you've ever raced with, like, you've raced when you've seen where, like, if I've gone side by side. Let's say if you've gone side by side with me, normally, like, I'd leave like the door, like it would look like I've left the door open. It's just instinctively, I just assume that I've left the car leg.
Right.
If I go off like, because obviously you have the proximity arrows and it tells you, oh yeah, like someone's there. But I'm like. I'll leave a little bit more than just a proximity arrow because
just to be safe.
Just to be safe, innit?
Yeah.
They tell you, oh, you're not close, but then you realise they're right there, and then boom, you turned in, and then someone's
screaming. Yeah.
So exactly. So it's like, let me instinctively, I'm just like, yeah, because this is what I do. At the end of the day, this is what I do with the AI, innit? So if I know the AI is close, I'm like, okay, I'll leave like a little car because naturally they're always there, just there, innit? And sometimes looking in the mirrors as well can be deceiving because like you think they're not really there, but they're actually there. So fuck, I need to stop. I need to stop. I'm currently doing full race at Bahrain at the moment.
I'm just doing QT at Portugal. Yeah, my fast lap was 17.3.
What is it? Is it a proper quick lap like that?
What do you mean? Oh yeah. Oh, it's a short lap, bro. Yeah. It's very short.
Oh, okay.
It's a fast track. It's not a long track and it's quite a high speed track as well. So.
Oh, fair.
Have you been at it yet?
No, not yet. I'm doing career mode right now. I'm trying to get through Bahrain so I can spend all the time on thing. I'd rather do it through career mode so that way I can just get resource points in.
Right.
I'm trying to think.
I am not off the track there. There's no way. I'm not. I need to go. There's no way my car's off the track.
Which corner?
I'm sure I'm still on the white. I'm on the white line, bro. My wheel's touching the white. But I'm streaming now. Wait. It's not one. It's the exit of 2. Like yeah.
I've been having the same issue,
bro. Like I'm telling you, if you go on my stream right now, I'm dead ass on the white line. Both of my tires are on the white line.
This game.
I knew. Bro, I knew from when I was driving I wasn't off the track, and it's crazy because at the end of sector 1, the lap before, I went wide. I was completely off the track, but I kept my time. My full wheels are completely off the track, but now they're telling me that this track was invalid. It's the white line. As long as your wheel is touching the white line, your car's still on you're still on the track.
Yeah.
Oh my day! I knew that was nonsense. Oh, that's rubbish, man. Wait, let me carry on.
Yeah. Nonsense.
Yeah. I'm always on the track. I'm technically. The wheel was well over the line.
And the funny thing is, like,
oh god.
You know, naturally, let's say for example, when you take, let's say there's a corner that opens. You know, when the corner naturally just opens up. Sometimes you just let the car open up itself.
Yeah, you let the car roll. Yeah.
You just let it roll in it. And you get to the line now, you think obviously naturally, like, obviously you're not gonna cross the white line, but it'll just tell you try it. They're like, what the fuck? Like,
it's crazy
all the time. What the fuck?
It's insane.
Like track limits at Mexico, fucking joke.
It's a joke, it's the biggest joke.
Freaking joke.
Yeah, my car was definitely on the track there again, 100% exit T1, 100%. I'm calling it now. My car did not exit. Wait, did I actually exit? Okay, well this actually did exit, to be fair. But it's so, like, yeah, okay. I mean, I can't argue against that. I did miss that apex, but still.
I think I've clocked career mode. I really think I've clocked it. I think I've clocked the pace. You know what? I think I told people this earlier.
Yeah.
With this game, like 15% is basically a sprint. So when if you're struggling with pace in terms of like 15%, it's because these cars, like the AI are like, if you're in a 50% race, they're just naturally set up to sprint racing, so they're pushing from start to finish with no dip, with no end.
Right.
Like 50% races, the first maybe 15 to 18 laps, they're pushing. Then they have like a severe pace drop off around after that. So like, let's say around like, if you're running a 28 lap race, around like 15 to 20 laps, in and around that area, they're gonna suffer like a big pace drop off, and then towards the end, that's when their pace picks up a bit because they've kind of like harvested fuel and ERS and all of that stuff. So the window of opportunity in like a 50% race to make all your overtakes is like from like, I don't know, like lap 18 to like lap 23. But in a full race, if you're running a full race,
100%.
100%.
Right.
You're more likely to dominate because
really,
they've got to manage. They have to manage their pace across 2 or 3 stints. You get it. Whereas on 50%, all they're doing is a one stop, so they can push to the maximum on each stint.
I've seen I hear what you say, but I've seen on a TikTok. I can pull it up. I can find it. But it was that somebody did. They rode on board the AI. I think they did Puon, and they did, in Zandvoort, that right-hander. They rode on board the AI, and I max say it's a joke. Like they're just flat, and like
flat through there.
It's broke. You like this? I'm gonna find it, but you cannot be flat around those corners. You can't. it's not possible. So like,
They
but like,
take so much time, and I think Pure One is the worst one.
I think
Pure
Purin is the worst one. Yeah, I had to find this because
so much time with it.
it's fucking ridiculous, honestly.
Like what you probably do on softs is what the AR could probably do on mediums around
Yeah,
Pure One.
probably.
That's the amount of grip they have.
No,
It's
honestly.
so ridiculous.
It's annoying because it's realistic. It's not realistic. It's unrealistic. It's completely fucking broken. Like, oh, where is that TikTok? Because it was really good. Oh, I probably didn't save it.
Because like I did, well, I think because obviously I simulated a lot before I got.
Yeah. You didn't race one of them. Yeah.
So I think before I started the simulating thing, I think I did Baku, full race around Baku, and then like the last like 5 or 6 laps. No, sorry, what am I talking about? The last 15 to 20 laps, like the AI had no pace. Like it was
Really? What AI?
so bad.
What AI?
Like this is on 98. And
Right.
I was thinking to myself, like, and this is like 98 is like the highest I've ever played. So I'm like, obviously this is
really?
a representative of like 110 or something like that.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Like,
I don't play 110 in this game. I don't.
Yeah,
I played
but
it last year, but I don't in this game.
Because I'm thinking to myself, considering that, because like when I've checked in it, like in terms of like, if you are running like this, there's just I run in it. What would be the hardest?
Right.
And
Yeah, that
that
makes sense.
96 range, that 95 to like 98 range would probably be the hardest. Like that's the most. Like that's that they probably they assumed that like in and around that range would be the hardest you could probably the highest you could run, where you could physically keep up with the AI in it.
Right.
Obviously with different tracks in it, like I turn it down in it because like I can't remember what track it was. There's just some tracks where the AI are just skunks.
Yeah,
Like, you just,
and it's true. It's not consistent across all tracks. It really like I don't know for this game, but I know like last year Bahrain the AI was fucking OP around Bahrain for sure. Like
I think
they were
still
crazy. It was
AI.
it was a joke. It's really it's
sick. Oh my days. They were like you could not qualified. Forget about it.
What's the actual point? Like, I always took engine penalties there because there's no point. There's just no why. Like, why am I going to bother? Like, just tell me why I'm actually going to bother. It's just no point.
What's the actual point? And it was
It's
bad
literally
as
no
well
point.
because it's like, let's say for example, when you simulate a race as well, you don't even get points.
Oh, do you know? You don't. Oh,
Around
dear.
Bahrain, no chance.
Oh, right.
No chance.
Honestly.
Simulation, no chance. They have no ratings for yourself. And the funny thing is, like, if you really took the time to run your setup and everything, because you know, I have a theory that like, let's say for example, if you load up a setup, like at the very beginning of the session, I think highly likely your teammate runs the same setup.
Do you reckon?
I think, bro, like. There was a session, there was like a stretch here where I wasn't using that. You know when you first buy the F1 game,
And you're not running setups?
You don't run setups in it, like everyone just performs at the same, like at the level that they're set in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, calm in it. So this was on 2020, Gasly was like probably in and around and the 9th, 10th places and stuff. When I finally got all these setups run around, bro, why is Gasly in P4, bro, taking on Bottas? Do you get it?
Okay, that's insane, yeah.
In qualifying as well, like
it doesn't make sense.
I'm seeing like consistent lap times and they're always in the top 10, but like before this you couldn't even get through Q2. Do you get it? Like you're in Q2, you're bottoming out or something like that. So like the second you load up a setup for them, even when I did like I think I was doing a Aston Martin pyramid recently, before the whole Latifi business where I left and then suddenly they were fastest on the grid. Like Stroll, like nowhere to be seen. Then all of a sudden I started loading up setups and then wow, like Stroll's in there with me.
Just on the pace.
Like I'm just thinking to myself, like this can't be real because it's like Stroll was like every time, like if I do my lap and I retire from the session, because obviously like what's the point if I do my lap? What's the point of me staying in the session? I just retire from the session, innit?
No, I think that's another glitch as well. If you retire from the session, the AI are just. I don't know what they put in the fucking engine, but they just literally fly.
Dude,
Honestly,
It just bang good. Like,
it's
and
so
the thing
fucking
is, well,
annoying.
one thing I've realized as well, like sometimes as well, especially when you progress to career mode, if you get into the later seasons, you're better off sitting out sessions and like waiting, because you realize, like, let's say for example in Q1 you go fastest, you realize by the time, if you simulate this, let's say you press square and accelerate the time,
Right.
by the end of the session you're in P16, and it's not like oh, these people have set quicker times than you. Is they just assume that because of your pace, this is the pace the AI is going to work at
They
now.
should be at, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got George Russell in P1 on a 116, and it's like on hard, and it's like, bro, like, ow, you can't even use hard.
It's so fucking annoying.
It's
Yeah.
so broken. It's so like why am I struggling with Q1, but in Q3 no one can touch me? Do you get it? Like, that shouldn't be the case. Q3 in Q1, it should be a lot more open in terms of like the kind of lap times you can set, because
Yeah, of
there's
course.
a lot more cars on there's a lot more cars on the grid, so
You're gonna get
there's things
traffic.
that can happen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and all of that stuff.
And all
It-
that
it's-
other stuff as well. So there's a lot more factors that can play in on the AI's lap time, innit? But
Yeah.
why is it I'm fighting for my life in Q1, doing 2 or 3 laps of Q1, but then when it comes to Q3, if I do 1 time lap, that's enough for pole. Why is that? Do you see how broken that is? Like, it should be tighter in Q3, where Q3 like is marginal. Like, it should be a case where, like, let's say you running wide at like the apex or something at the last corner is enough to cost you 2 temps. That I'd rather that than for me to get knocked out by Nikita Mazepin because he went fast on medium tires, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like, what is that? It's just not consistent. It's so dumb. And
Nah, it's really
so
broken.
flawed. Like, even some practice sessions as well. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like, let's say for example you race around Monaco, or you do like a practice session around Monaco, and you've done what you needed to do, and you retire. You end up seeing someone like
Some random guy.
Someone like Roman Grosjean on fastest on hard, at 101 on hard tires around Monaco. What?
Yeah, like, yeah, man's nearly doing a sub 6 second lap around Monaco in the halves in the half.
Monaco,
Alright.
on hard tires, bro. In a half. What? Bro, it's like, come on now, like, what the hell?
Nah, they're just
And
not
it's like,
serious.
I remember before, like there was like, when I think 2019, right, where I used to be like, let's say for example, I'll take things seriously, and I'll be like, I want to be like the fastest in practice, I want to be the fastest in FP1, 2, 3, and qualifying Q1, 2, 3, like, just because you know before that, it used to be like a trophy, innit?
It's the same in this game as well. I've done that before as well.
Okay, yeah. So like, before it used to, like, I didn't even know they still do it. But yeah, obviously it's a trophy, and it sounds like, okay, cool, I'm gonna try and attempt to get in it. Bro, why am I getting picked by Grosjean at qualify in practice on hard tires around Monaco doing a 101? Does that make any sense?
It makes zero sense.
That stuff angers me, because it's like, gee, like, I've just participated in a 60-minute practice session, bro. I'm not doing that again, like, again.
And then you take it away from me at the end.
Yeah, like, and it's like, because I've simulated the last 5 minutes, all of a sudden, oh my God, we've gone faster on harder tires, bro. You're taking a piss. So I just end up leaving it. It's like, there's just I think after 2019, when I realized that whole qualifying glitch existed, or the whole simulation glitch existed, I just stopped chasing trophies, because it was just like, you're just gonna have your work cut out for you because of how flawed things are.
I just turn the difficulty down. I can't lie. I don't fuck around with that. And then I go for the platinum. I get the platinum, and then I do the career mode properly, like around the AI level that I need to be, whatever. But I'm not fucking trophy hunting on my A level. Fuck that. No way.
Yeah.
I'll be there all day.
Even with this game as well, like, let's say for example, some of the like the R&D challenges, like it would say like the one I was doing before, when it was me and Lito in there, I was like, it said you have to keep your tire temperatures below 180
Yeah,
degrees.
below a number. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but you can't physically do that when you've got heavy brake. You've got like 15 heavy braking zones. How the fuck do you expect me to keep it below? And then the thing is, yeah, even if you attempt it, bro, like, the delta is so broken.
No, that's another, and you know, that's another thing. I turn down difficulty in practice mode if I'm gonna go for the practice program, because they're stupidly hard if I play around level. You need to do like qualifying laps. It's insane. Like, no practice program is like that. So I don't know where they got the idea from. It's insane.
And then even like doing like track acclimatization, what speed do you want me to take through certain corners to get a purple, please? Because it makes no fucking sense. Like, I've just gone in, it's FP1, so I'm on hard tires, so
and the track is green as well. Don't forget, the track is green.
So you should be able to dial down the speed in it. Why are you expecting me to go like quali speed in terms of speed, like 304 to get like what the fuck? Like normally if I do an FP1 session, normally I do it in lean revs in it.
Obviously to save the engine. Yeah.
Save the engine in it.
Of course.
Of course I'm gonna do the tracker time. Bro, you're telling me it's time. I went through Bahrain, turn 1 calm, turn 2. You're telling me I'm too slow. You're giving me a red because it's FP1. Like, bro, it's FP1. Why are you giving me a red because I'm in lean? Like, do you get it? Like, and then I had to, in order for me to get a purple, I had to fully turn it up to hot lap mode.
and then push.
I use medium tires, but I mean, push through there. Like, bro, it was insane. It was insane, man. Like, there's so much. It's just so much, right? And it's every year as well. Like, the thing is, and people tell them this stuff as well. Like,
but they're not going to do anything.
But they're not going to do anything, because you know what their problem is? There's just too much is broken on this game. They don't know where to start.
Online, offline,
and it's like the more fixes
times,
they make,
the more problems there is. The more problems there is. Yeah.
Like how? Just make a game that's not broken. Like it's almost as if like you're not running tests. They don't even seem like they're running tests at all. If I'm being honest, like stuff like that's happening on the F1 2019 still happens in this game, and it's like we've had 3 years.
I think a lot of it has to do with the engine though, like the game engine is running. I can't like that. It's just fundamentally flawed. Like it's just fucked. Man. It's just fucked, to be honest.
How are modders doing an overall better job? And like generally with the performance.
Oh, I'm sorry. My whole wheel was on the fucking tarmac. Are you crazy? There's no way. My whole wheel was on the tarmac. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's the white line. Where are they getting this shit from? Yeah, anyways. But that's like, even like with like GTA, like modders are carrying that game, I can't lie. More than like than the fucking Rockstar itself.
That's actually so funny. How are people doing? People are at home chilling, doing this shit for fun.
Yeah, for free. This is what I'm saying. They get paid £0. They get paid nothing. They do it because they want to. Yeah, it's insane.
I actually hate these companies, man.
What I was saying to Vito earlier, I was just like, F1, if they knew they were going over to EA, in order to make this transition so smooth, they should have, since like, we're not getting, for example, like, we're not getting the regulation change this year.
Yeah, this year, it's next year.
They should have just, since they're making a transition over to EA, they should have just left us with F1 2020.
But patch it.
Yeah,
like give us liveries and shit.
And new liveries and all of that
I
stuff.
agree.
At the end of the day, it's still the same engine they're running on, no?
Yeah, of course. It's the same game, near enough.
Yeah, like look what PES done with PES 20. If they knew there was no new PES coming out, just give us a season update where there's a massive patch. And the thing is, since it's not an official game, not an official game coming out, you sell it for like half price. Guaranteed that with the F1 game, with the way, or the F1 2020 game, with the way it already works, so that game was a pretty smooth game. I don't really have too many problems with it.
Yeah,
guaranteed it's not gonna. It should go well, meaning you have a full 2 years, or at least to work on that 2022 game. So when the EA influence comes in, at least then you can change your engine, do whatever you need to change. So when that new game comes out, it's solid because you haven't wasted time making a complete new game in F1 2021. And then now you've released a new game, and it's so flawed that like there's so many bugs that you have that it's like each patch that you release has to be a massive patch. Like it can't be like a little small one, like the little minor improvements. Like the last improvement they made, the BRS sound is a little bit.
Yeah, these man are serious.
We're gonna fix it, bro. Are you taking a fucking... Like, people pay 60 quid. You know, the funny thing is, in some countries, this game costs more than 60 quid. And the thing
No,
is,
yeah,
people are
yeah, it's true, it's true.
paying this money.
It's insane, man.
Ridiculous. 60 quid, bro. I don't even think...
It's a full AAA price game. It's a full... The games are more expensive than this. Like, this is it. Do you know, I'm telling you, if the full price for next year, for 2022, is going to be like £70, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know
if I'm buying that.
I'm definitely, if it's £70, I'm not buying that at launch. I'm telling you this now, brother. I ain't buying that at launch.
100%.
No, I'm not spending £70 on the game. No way. I promise you, it's not happening. There's no way. They can't be charging this money, bruv, and be giving like fucking broken game. They just can't be doing it. Do you know what's mad? Yeah, F121 now on Amazon, £38 if you want to buy it. I was just looking at games and shit. But yeah, £38, and it's been up for how many months? Two coming on 3 months, I think. Oh, I don't know.
See,
yeah.
Amazon knows.
Nah, it's just because not many. I guess not many people are buying it, so it just gets reduced. If you look at something like fucking COD, like even Cold War, even though that shit, that held its value for the whole year. It never dropped below like £50, I don't think.
Exactly.
Or like 45 or something. I don't know exactly, but
you have a right to keep a game at a certain price when the game is good. You get it? Like, if F1 2021 was a perfect solid, it was a solid game, I'd have no problem with the game still being at like 50 quid 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Because you know what? The game's a good game, innit?
And you get your money's worth. You get your money's worth, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The game is not. They know this game isn't good. They still charge people full price for it. I don't fucking get it. And they even have the audacity to even say, if you get the deluxe version, you might even be able to get... I guarantee you on the deluxe version, Senna's face didn't even Senna's face, bro. It's probably got someone like...
It is Bruno Senna.
Bruno
Senna.
He's dead.
Fucking hell, man. Like...
This is such a shit game.
What?
It's officially said that. Yeah, I got the coffee in the back.
Oh, track limits are so fucked on this fucking track.
I know in theory it sounds good.
Let me see. Wait, you said time to put them out?
But that's insanity.
1 second.
It doesn't work out with them, it doesn't work out with someone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna start fast one now.
That's how that
I'm gonna save you as my rival and see what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, not too. I kind of fucking slapped that, I can't lie. 17-1. I want to get to the 16s.
We're gonna be alright. Always up. Okay. I know a lot of you are skeptical about talking to people with children, but I can assure you, the baby mamas now, today, we don't give a damn.
Yeah, my first sector on that lap was shit.
Fam, I feel sorry for PJ Washington, bro. But at the same time, I don't feel sorry for her at the same time, bro.
But is that the one with the...
Britain, bro, she is a psychopath, bro. You know what she's saying, bro? She made a video on her socials now, bro, and titled it "Stepdaddy Season."
Yeah, those. I don't understand, man. Those women are sick. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them, no cap. I feel more so for the babies, to be honest. I can't lie, because they're innocent. They're innocent. They're not. They don't choose to do that or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's fucked.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, bro, if bringing you to me, like, oh, I'll clear out. I'll
yeah, but I'm not gonna do anything
but
stupid.
I'm not trying to wife that. This dumb guy tried to wife it.
That's what I'm saying. He's to blame as well. Though. I don't feel sorry for the guy. He's an idiot. Respectfully.
I blame him, and then I also blame people in his corner. Is there not anyone just there to advise him?
Bro, does he not have family or what? Like anybody, anybody, even a friend or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
She's made videos that has said actually the best way to secure the bag is season athletes because they're fucking
I saw that or heard about that.
Like, what the
Like
fuck?
it was there on the internet for you to see, but you still decide, yo, this is, I don't know, man. It's just, you're stupid.
Bro, come on, man. Now if he gets a big check, she's eating from that, fam. Oh, fuck.
It's the worst thing you could do as a man is to have a baby with a bad partner. It's the worst thing you could ever, like, it's the worst. I think it's one of the top 10 worst things you can do in your life. Probably top 5, I can't lie. What's worse than that you do, like, you had like control in, you had power in? I don't know, like, because whatever, you can't get rid of that woman because she has your child. You have a child together. Do you know what I'm saying?
And she won't even let him see him. Keep it, or like he's almost keeping the child hostage. Like now he can't that child can't fully like do anything about it until like they go to the whole courts and stuff and the custody, and we all know the courts in America are
obviously, of course, well, to the woman, yeah. Like with divorces and all of that, yeah, of course, it is, of course.
Especially when it comes to athletes, 100%. So obviously now, with this situation now, it's like he now obviously has to wait for that child to get older and then be like, you know what?
So
like,
I want to see my dad. Yeah, of age, yeah.
Like it's a similar situation with like.
I know that. The mother's gonna tell absolute lies.
Lies. That's what I'm saying, man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, yeah. Women are dangerous. Yeah. Like, there's not even like if they have sons, yeah, or like kids or whatever, or like they can portray like an okay person into like a monster. Like if they're like your friend, like their friends or family, they could make you seem like some demonic guy, and it's just not the case. It happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah, and on top of that as well, he's a boy, innit? So in this situation, who are you most likely to believe? Your mother or your father?
Of course, you're gonna side with your mum when you're that young as well. Of course, without
exactly,
doubt, 100%. Yeah,
like,
of course.
If the mum says your dad like don't care about you, all he cares about because he's a basketball player, innit? So he's like he just cares about basketball, he doesn't care about you. You want to go stay with, spend time with him, this and that, blah blah blah. Obviously, and then when the child now goes spend time with him, he's like, rah, like.
That's going to be in the back of his mind.
Yeah, like the child will go older, realise, yeah, common sense, innit? But when the child's young, he's going to be like, rah, like, I come here and like, yeah, cool, we have fun, but you secretly don't want to see me because this is what mum said. Like, and the thing is, you know, children, yeah, when they know something, they don't normally just spit out. Like, it takes them a while. So in the back of their mind, they're like,
it let foster in their head, innit?
Yeah. And then it's just going to come to a situation where it's like, oh, do you know what? I don't even want to go see him because he doesn't want to see me.
Yeah.
According to what you said, man. So, like, man, it's a sick world, man. This is why, like,
it really is.
Yeah, you have to be careful with who you get, like, with who you impregnate, fam. Because it's like, fam, like, it's such a baby mama drama. It's such an issue, fam. Like, it's really a big issue.
That's not necessary at all.
Yeah, it's like you're bringing a whole nother life into the world. Like you don't need that shit.
How many stops is Hamilton making? What the fuck? One more stop. So he's going on to hards. He has to. Or the medium's going to take him all the way to 57. What is Mercedes bondage with medium tyres? Bro! I haven't even done 5 laps on my mediums. Already mediums, bro. He's already going into mediums, bro. Brother, like, what is their bondage with medium tyres, bro? I've barely done any laps with these medium tyres, fam. They're already stopping, fam. Bro, like, fucking hell, cuz. Do you think, yesterday, if Mercedes had a good stop, that we wouldn't have been in that issue at all?
Nah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Like,
But you see the thing, yeah, I'm not. It's like but then was happened like an 11-second stop, so I don't know. It was like
I think obviously it was the right move at the time because you obviously have to cover the championship leader, innit?
No. But what I'm saying is they were only in that position because Red Bull fucked up. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna like kind of sit there and cry about it. Like if you had like if you had the 3-second stop, I would have put him. If you had the 3-second stop, he would have been out ahead. But I mean, Do I think Hamilton could even win that? I don't know, you know. I can't lie. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know.
Because even Hamilton said that like he was confused as to why they called him in, because he was like, what they'd agreed on was he would go long on the tires and then put on soft tires at the end and then make a comeback.
Okay.
Similar to what we saw in Spain, innit?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense,
I'm
but
not sure that would work with Monza.
yeah, but this is the thing. It's hard to say because, I'm sure they don't have in their calculation. Oh, Red Bull's gonna have a fucking 11-second pit stop, and we can undercut him, and like just not undercut him, just get out in front. Like I think they did the right decision by pitting him, but they fucked the pit stops. So I mean, putting them out on track together. I wasn't surprised they could lie. That would be so real. I expected that. I can't lie.
I just think if Mercedes had a clean start,
he would have got out ahead. Yeah,
100%. He would have been miles ahead of him. Like, I think he would have been out ahead of Norris as well.
Out ahead of Norris. Yeah, you have a shout, you know. You do. Yeah.
If that situation, probably, if to say that, okay, they have a good start, he probably would have been side by side with Norris instead of side by side with.
Yeah, if he was side by side with Norris, Norris would have fuck around. And to be honest, Norris can't really fuck around because he needed points on McLaren. Like he's not about that. So and Norris, like wheel to wheel, I don't remember anything being kind of he's done anything bad.
I think because when people say Lewis left Max space like on the braking zone, I really think he left him space for him to brake, but not for him to come alongside him. I don't believe that's
Yeah.
Like Rob said yesterday, that corner is such a low percentage for overtakes. Like
overtakes do not happen there. That's not a lap pun when you're all bunched up. Other than that, you don't overtake there. Of course you don't overtake there.
Normally, like overtakes rarely happen in that race.
And if they do, bro, if they do overtake going into 2, you're already ahead of him. You're already ahead of the driver going into 1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Hamilton did on Raikkonen.
Exactly. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's not a case of if you're the person ahead in turn 1. No, it's not a case of if the person going behind in turn 1 then suddenly just leaps back ahead at turn 2. It doesn't make sense like that, bro. And the speed that Max carried into turn 1, there was it didn't even look like he was gonna make turn 2. I don't think he had planned to make it turn 2, bro.
No,
in the back of his mind, he's like, bro, I don't give a fuck how this works. All I know is Lewis is not going into. Wallahi, he's not making turn 2. That's like that's the only suggestion for that, because it's like, fam, like I don't know, man. That's just bizarre. I just think there's just so many like solutions to it. But like I was telling him with Dito earlier how Rachel was like, oh, Lewis should have been more patient in that situation.
Fuck, no way! What, are you crazy? Patient? No way! I rather both of them not finish the race than Hamilton finish the Verstappen. I'm gonna be so real. Over my dead body. To let this guy have his way all the time over my fucking dead body. We passed that stage. I'm gonna be so real. Let them DNF the next fucking 5 races. I don't care. We've gone past that. I do not care. We have so gone past that. We've so gone past. Let's give him more space. I don't give a fuck. We've gone past that. And we still give this guy space on T1. We still give it. We still bail out. We're past that. We're past that.
What also kills me as well is the fact that like we was ahead and she wanted him to have patience.
How does that make sense? What do you want him to do? What? Just stop dead and let him pass? I don't understand. They're racing.
Stop dead at the end of the pit lane exit and let Max pass.
Moving like it's blue flags and that.
I'm telling you, but here's
Mazepin doesn't even move over for the race.
Yeah, let alone
should move over for Max. I'm so fucking dead, man. Oh my days.
I'm telling you.
The funny thing is, he had like 28 likes in like 2 minutes. I was so pissed off. I was so fucking pissed off.
I'm telling you, if Hamilton leads the championship, going into the final race, I'm telling you, I'm talking 94. I'm talking Japan 89. I'm talking Japan.
Let's say we have a 10-point lead going into the final race. You know,
take him out.
You don't even take him out. I don't even think Lewis will challenge him for the win. Lewis will part the car in P2.
Are you
100%.
no Lewis? No Lewis should be so extremely aggressive. I mean, no, you don't even understand. I'm not saying to do what Senna did to Prost in the team of
Of course,
Japan
yeah.
in 90 or whatever, 90 or 91. I don't know exact date. I think 90. I'm not talking
90.
about, but yeah, 90. I'm just being so stupidly aggressive. No. But you not be so. Say if he leads, no, fuck that. If he leads the championship going by 1 point, if he leads the championship by half a point, Hamilton will have to be so. I'm telling you, yeah, Verstappen will know. Verstappen will get a taste of everything he's done to everybody else because he'll be shitting himself. He knows. You live by the sword, you die by it. This guy. Listen, man. Hamilton is such a better man than me. Because I'm telling you, I'll be like, fuck the PR, fuck all of this shit. I'll be like, fuck, like, no, like, you're not seeing the checkered flag. I'll openly say that. I will openly say that. I will openly say, take me to court. Take me, I don't care. I'm just saying you're not seeing the checkered flag. After all he did in the season, Hamilton backed out. Imola, Spain, Italy. I mean, the list goes up this season alone. Where else did he back out from? Or going to Verstappen?
Like,
I think Silverstone.
Mexico.
I'm just talking about this
Sprint
season.
race.
Silverstone sprint race. The list could go on and on and on
in terms of
and
how
on.
many races he's gone World Tour this season.
Yeah, and not only going with the season, but also backed out. The list goes on and on
Yeah.
and on and on and on. I've been screaming this for years. Somebody, the tweet that got like over 3K likes with when I said about the hypocrisy with Verstappen. I was saying like Verstappen expects the other person to jump out. But when he's in their position, he expects the other person to jump out. Yeah, I've been saying this for. I swear I've been saying this for years. I've been saying this for years. It's so I can't. There's one thing I hate in life is fucking hypocrisy. I don't care wherever the hypocrisy comes from in any walk of life, in any situation. Not even about racism. I cannot stand hypocrisy. And this guy's the biggest hypocrite going. Listen, yeah, I would say give the championship. I wouldn't care if Hamilton doesn't win. I say give the championship to Bottas. I don't care. I just don't want Verstappen to win. I do not care.
Yeah.
Give it to fucking Leclerc. I do. Give it to George Russell. I don't care. Give it to Latifi. I could not care less. Give it to Mazepin for all I care. I don't care. As long as this guy doesn't win a championship, I'm telling you, I've never been. It's not even about because I support Hamilton. I don't care. I do not care. Obviously, Hamilton's the only other guy that can win. Realistically, I guess it's all mathematically possible for Bottas and shit. But obviously, that's not gonna happen.
I can't stand the sight of Helmut Marko. And
over my dead body, I'm not watching the fun that happen. Over my dead, it can't. If there's a god, if there's a god, Verstappen isn't gonna win the championship. It'll beat anybody else, but if there's a god, I'm telling you. But like his aggressive driver style he's gonna fuck him up in the championship. Yeah, in Silverstone, he hit him hard. Even this race, it's debatable. I guess it's debatable. But you don't know what could have happened. Like, fucking Hamilton's fucking PU could have blown up. You don't know what could have happened. Like, literally anything could have. Hamilton could have locked up, flat spot the tire. Like, there's, you can't. Because people say, like, oh, like, yeah, like, oh, they both didn't have points, so that's good for them. But you don't know what could have happened, yeah? And why are we talking about this, yeah? Because he got smoked off the line by Ricardo. He shouldn't even been in that position in the first place.
Thank you. This is what I said to Shane yesterday.
These people are hypocrites,
like,
man.
Your boy failed the Ricardo challenge, despite the fact Ricardo spent his whole season racing Mazepin this season. He then, after that, now he ended up getting jumped by both McLarens, and his head was so hot when he saw Lewis ahead of him as well. When he started P1,
I'm telling you, Verstappen. He sees a driver ahead in front of him, and he just loses composure. He loses composure. It doesn't exist.
Do you know what's so funny? What's so funny to me is, yeah, if not because Bahrain went the way Bahrain went in it, this is what should have happened in Bahrain. I would not be surprised.
Oh, what? Like,
you see how Max's head was getting so hot when he was behind Lewis, when he was just next, like every time, like he was attacking the track, he was oversteering, he was making mistakes. This is the sort of stuff he does when he's when he's wall to wall with somebody, or like
I hear that. You're right.
Somebody,
you're 100% right.
Like he loses every bit of composure and calmness about it.
Listen, I had this theory, yeah, and I've been saying this for years. I'm talking about probably 2018, 2017 time. I was like some guy at my gym this years ago, like we were just talking about it funny. He liked to have one, but he was like, oh, like yeah, like the championship battle, like when it eventually happens with Verstappen, that'd be good 1, 2, 3. And I was like, I always said this, if it was when the cars. And that's why I said I don't think the season's representative. But I said if it was near enough, like say if it was like it was 07, 08 Ferrari McLaren. Like yeah, one car might have been a bit quicker than the other, or overall like the Ferrari might have been quicker, but it wasn't like that big of a deficit. And throughout the whole season, do you know what I'm saying? It was close in it. Like you didn't know if it was Kim was gonna win, if Massa was gonna win, if Hamilton was gonna win, Alonso, or even if Heki won in next year. If it was like that, I'm telling you, if it was a close championship battle like that, like close within the car performance, like you couldn't really separate it to
If it was a 2012 type beat.
yeah, something like exactly something like Verstappen will no. But I'm talking about if it was sustained pressure by Hamilton, he would crumble. I promise you, he will not make out of it. Because this is what I'm saying. Because races like you look at the two races of Austria, rocket ship, Monaco, rocket ship, or I mean, what other races? The list will go on.
Baku.
Baku, even though he blew up. Baku, France. Don't forget that he fucked up T1 and Hamilton was leading, and then Mercedes fumbled the bag. So France, what other races off the top of my head? I don't know. I guess you could even argue Silverstone.
He nearly bowled him, man.
He nearly bowled in. Listen, yeah, Hamilton was overdriving that car differently, and that's a different story. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah. But anyways, like if it was like properly like close like between the two cars, it was. And like also like the way how like he's consistent, Hamilton's consistent. I don't think he would. He'd crumble by now, but I think he's covered by the RB pace advantage for sure, without doubt. So he's lucky in that respect. But even though like still though, like he's. I really want to know what goes in his head. Like when it comes to like wheel to wheel, he always expects the other guy to back. Like he always expects the other guy to back out, no matter what position he's in. If he's overtaking or defending, like I don't think there's been like, I don't know, maybe fucking like Senna. I don't know. Like actually, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like who has been like that? I don't know. Fucking Jacques Villeneuve. I don't know. Not Jack Villeneuve, sorry, Gilles Villeneuve. I don't know. Like who else is like just such like a. It's like I don't know. I think it's more to do with like an ego.
Schumacher was like that as well.
Oh my days!
He wasn't a guy that left. He wasn't a guy that left space.
Yeah, not really. But I don't even think he was that bad, though. I can't lie.
Not to Max's.
Like I don't.
Like you can't. There's no like
Max.
There's no like going side by side with him through. Like you can't say a race where Max has gone side by side through 4 corners. No way, and you survived. No way. There's no way you lived to tell the story, fam.
Who has he like gone cleanly against for like more than 2? Like I can't.
Impossible.
I'm not gonna lie. Back in 2018, Ricardo. But we all know.
Okay, yeah. No, that's true. I remember that without that.
We all know how that ended up, though.
But yeah, it still ended in tears, though. I don't know. Like the guy is just
skunked.
And do you know what? I'm gonna be so real. The only 0.1% chance that it might change if that like it bites him in the championship and he loses the championship because of that. I think if he loses the championship because of like that driving style, there might be a slither of hope that he might change. But other than that, she ain't changing, man. You could give it, you could fucking ban him for 5 races. She ain't. He'll come back the next race and do the same shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he'll injure himself. He'll still drive the same way.
I'm telling you, man. This guy is actually mad.
Bro, Matt ain't gonna learn from this shit. He's not gonna learn from this shit. That's the sad part about it.
And you know what's so funny as well? Yeah, like. You know how like if you compare yesterday's Fallout to Silverstone's, did you see how reluctant Christian Horner was to say that it was Lewis's fault? You see how like
they never wanted to say that. No.
You see how that was. It's almost as if like they were ready to be like, you know what? Can't lie, Max, bro. This is kind of on you, bro. I'm gonna give you those points because really and truly, with Bottas coming back. Especially with Perez getting his penalty, Bottas coming back to P3.
Yeah, your fact is your spin. Do you know this is another thing I forgot about? Yeah, low key, Max is going to cost Red Bull the constructors. 100%, he's going to cost them the 100%. Constructors. He's cost them the constructors because
and go on, yeah, go on.
No, because I'm telling you that second Red Bull seat is fucked. Yeah, I'm gonna be so real with you. Yeah, listen, yeah, you can say what you want. Perez, Gasly, and Albon. Those 3 drivers, they're not as bad as the performance in that second seat and the like pace
Especially
differential
Perez.
to Verstappen. I know we joke about Verstappen. No, sorry, we joke about Gasly and Albon, but they are not. They're not inherently bad racing drivers, because if that was the case, they would have been shitting Toro Rosso, and neither of them were shitting Toro Rosso. Gasly in the second race was like fourth in a TR, like he's not, and he nearly won fucking Super Formula in his first season. Like that is, and the only reason why he didn't, because he got cancelled the final race. Like they are good racing drivers, right? I'm not gonna say I said they're better than Verstappen, no, but they shouldn't be getting lapped in the same machinery, yeah. But like Verstappen throwing away points there, Perez getting a penalty. I mean,
and the funny thing is with the what's it called? What's this word? Regulation change next year.
Well, they're 22,
and everyone's starting from scratch. Yeah, and the fact that they've invested so much into this car, they need that constructors' money. Like,
that's a cheap one.
Because if they're fucking crying about crashing and budgeting, bro, they're gonna be finished next year. Then, and they think pitting to get fastest lap when Perez is in P8 because they want to take fastest lap because they want to be petty. If they think that's gonna help, they're finished, bro. They're actually so done. Like
I'm gonna be sorry. I'll be surprised if they challenge for a title next year. They better win this, because I don't know.
How can Christian Horner be a boss at the top flight of F1? Talking about we're not really focused long term. We're just focused on this year. We believe that this year is make or break. And then
so what? So then you're gonna be in the shit. You're gonna be in the shit for like the next 6 years.
10 years.
Are you crazy?
Like what?
I don't know.
And then the funny thing is, and people forget, these lot have to now. These lot are taking over like the Honda PU now. So
they're taking over the powertrain.
They have to now develop the power unit, PU, right?
Yeah.
So that's also gonna cost money, unless the currency for money is leaves on a tree.
Yeah,
you're gonna pluck them. Yeah, money's fine. It's a finite resource.
They didn't learn from 2013. Like they really didn't.
They haven't learned from it, and they're gonna be it's gonna be even worse now because
they want to get Masters Championship so bad that
they'll do anything for. But I'm gonna be so real. Do you see that Silverstone incident? Yeah, like how Horner can be like publicly said like, Hamilton this, that, and the other, like, Max was in the right 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm telling you, deep down, it's a double-edged sword with Verstappen. And deep down, he knows that if Verstappen had a mentality more like, I get even like fucking like Vettel or Hamilton, more like that, play the long game. Yeah, if the worst case scenario, he would have lost that race. Even if he lost that race and Hamilton got fast enough, that was an 8-point swing. Yeah, and then it turned into a 25-point. I think Horner wished Verstappen didn't put himself in that position. If you get what I'm saying, even though he publicly said that, I wish that. No, he didn't say wish, but he said that. It was all Hamilton's fault. Like Verstappen did anything wrong. Like 1, 2, 3, like all of that. Deep down, I think Horner didn't want Max to be in that position because look where he put them.
They blew a 35-point lead in 2 races, bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
And on top of that as well, you have to also deep as well. Had things have gone perfectly fine for them, let's say, for example, okay, cool, you lived on to because it's not even guaranteed that,